Welcome all once again in today's lecture. I was dealing with the poverty as a challenge in economics, and in that I'm going to deal with a subtopic, that is the anti-poverty measures by the Indian government. Children, the last lecture I told you about the various causes of poverty, in which I was just telling you about the historical problem due to the British colonial administration, which ruined the traditional handicrafts and discouraged development of industries like textiles and all. After that, I've just dealt with the economic growth as well as the population control, which also led to the perpetuated cycle of poverty. And another third cause was the irregular small incomes. After that, the fourth point which I discussed was the huge income inequalities between the rich and the poor. Income inequalities were seen over there. This was also there, in which I was telling you about the unequal distribution of land and other resources. After that, social cultural factors also. In social cultural factors, I was telling you about the how the poor people, in order to fulfill their social obligations and observe religious ceremonies, these people spend lot of money, and in order to celebrate these festivals, they borrow this money from the money lenders, from unorganized sector, due to which from the informal sectors also, due to which they are unable to pay the debt which they have taken for the social obligations. And this leads to the economic factors also. In economic factors, these people, when they are unable to repay because of poverty, they become victims of indebtedness. So the high level of indebtedness is both the cause and the effect of poverty. Now children, in today's topic, I am going to tell you about the anti-poverty measures. What do you mean by anti-poverty measures? Anti-poverty measures means how the government is going to eradicate poverty and the various steps which government will be taking in order to eradicate this poverty. So children, removal of the poverty, this has been one of the major objectives of the Indian government. Okay, so the current anti-poverty strategy of the government is the current which is strategy, that is the planning the government has taken. It is on the two planks, on the two fronts they have taken. That is, first is the promotion of economic growth, and the second is the targeted anti-poverty programs. Okay, these are the two fronts on which the government is working. First is how to bring the economic growth in the country, on that it is working. And secondly, targeted anti-poverty programs. What do you mean by targeted? Especially they want to touch that part of the strata of the society which is more poverty stricken. They have laid various schemes and policies especially on these people. So these are the two things. Okay, now children, I am going to tell you about the first point, that is the promotion of economic growth. Okay, so last 30 years, okay, over the period of 30 years, that means up to the 1980s, there was only little per capita income growth. Okay, the income growth of the country was very slow, and due to which they were not able to reduce poverty in the country. Okay, it is estimated, children, it was 45%. Okay, and in 1950 it was 45%, and it remained the same even in the early 80s. Okay, in early 80s also it was 45% itself. After 80s, what happened? India's economic growth has been one of the fastest in the world. Okay, this growth rate, it jumped from the average of about 3.5% a year in 1970 to about 6% during 1980s and 90s, double. Okay, that is in 1917 the economic growth rate was 3.5%, and in 1990s it reached to 6%. So when the higher growth rates are there in the country, it helps in reducing the poverty in our country, and it becomes clear that there is a strong link between economic growth and the poverty reduction. Is it clear? इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ होएगी तो बट नेचुरल देश के अंदर गरीबी भी कम होएगी. वाई? बिकॉज व्हेन देयर इज एन इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ तो क्या होगा, इससे क्या होगा, लोगों को अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिलेगी एंड साथ ही साथ रिसोर्सेज मिलेंगे जिसमें कि हम ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट के ऊपर इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. Now you must be seeing that economic growth is moving at a very slow pace these days. When the lockdown was there, our economy was drastically going down. But now what we are seeing that it's slowly improving. So but natural, when there is an economic growth in a country, the opportunities widens. Is it clear how the opportunities widens? Because we get the resources which provides resources to invest in the human development. Side by side, when there is a investment in the human development, but natural, it encourages people to send their children to school also, including the girl child to schools, in a hope of getting better economic returns from investing in the education. But natural, when there is economic growth, when your parents are going to earn more, but natural, they are going to send you in a better school, they are going to give you a better education. But on the other hand, the poor not able to get the direct advantage from these opportunities which is created by the economic growth. Moreover, growth in the agricultural sector. Okay, now growth in the agricultural sector is much below expectation, but now I can say that day by day the agricultural sector is also improving. How it is improving, we are going to discuss it later on. So it has also a direct bearing on poverty on a large scale, because on a large scale poor people, those who live in the villages, they are totally dependent on the agriculture. So in order to raise the standard of the people living in the rural area, the government is also bringing up various policies and various schemes to raise the standard of their living and bring economic growth in agricultural sector too. Now this is the first one. Up in first one I told you how the economic growth is going on and what's the link between economic growth and side by side on bringing on poverty reduction. This much is clear to you. Now I'm going to deal with the second one, that is the targeted anti-poverty programs. Okay, targeted anti-poverty program. First only I told you what do you mean by this. टारगेटेड माने क्या होता है कि भाई जो गरीबी जहाँ है ज़्यादा उसको हटानी है, उसके ऊपर हमको ज़्यादा ध्यान देना है, स्ट्रेस ले करना है. इज इट क्लियर? इट बिकम्स क्लियर दैट the persons, those who are suffering more due to this poverty, they are being targeted now by the government of India. So what the government has done in order to bring a growth in the economic growth in this strata of the society, I am going to discuss in this lecture. So first of all, what happens in these circumstances? There is a clear need. In such type of circumstances, there is a clear need that there should be a targeted anti-poverty programs. Okay, now I'm going to give you one example. We are going to take the rural area first. Before this, the most poverty-stricken people were mostly found in the rural areas were the farmers. Now, and due to which the farmers were totally bringing a negative effect in the society. So what did government in order to bring out these people from the poverty level? They have raised various schemes and policies for these peasants people. Now I'm going to give you one homework over here. find out the various schemes and measures which has been laid down by the government of our country for the farmers of our country. So this is your homework. So whatever the government is bringing the policies for these people is called as the targeted anti-poverty programs. Now children, in this there are some of the programs which are worth mentioning over here, and which I am going to tell you about. The first of all is National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that is called as NREGA. ठीक है, that was founded in, this act was laid in 2005. Is it clear? This was laid in 2005. अब इसका नाम बदल के क्या हो गया है? मनरेगा. आपने सुना होगा, नहीं तो आप इसको ढूंढिएगा भी. मनरेगा मीन्स अब इसका नाम जो है महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी एक्ट हो गया है. इज इट क्लियर? इट हैज़ बिकम नेशनल रूरल महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी एक्ट, दैट इज मनरेगा, in 2005. Okay, now what is the main purpose of this targeted program? Children, this targeted program, it aims to ensure livelihood security, especially in the rural areas, by providing at least 100 days of wage employment in a financial year to every household whose adult members volunteer to do unskilled manual work. What do you mean by this? That rural areas, whosoever they are, if they are not getting employment over there, the government gives them livelihood security. ठीक है, livelihood security in which way? By 100 days of wage employment. 100 days of wage employment क्या होता है? 100 दिन उनको जो है गवर्नमेंट वेजेस देती है जिनको एम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं मिलता है. आपने देखा होगा गांवों में भी उनको जो है भत्ता मिलता है उन एम्प्लॉयमेंट के तौर पे, और साथ ही साथ ये जो है उनके लिए भी इनका एम मेन क्या है? डेवलपमेंट टू एड्रेस द कॉज ऑफ ड्रॉट, डिफॉरेस्टेशन एंड सॉइल इरोजन. ठीक है, और इसमें 1/3 ऑफ प्रपोज्ड जॉब्स जो हैं ये विमेन के लिए रिजर्व्ड हैं. इज इट क्लियर? 1/3 ऑफ प्रपोज जॉब इसके अंडर विमेन के लिए रिजर्व्ड है. एंड स्कीम जो है इट ब्रिंग्स एम्प्लॉयमेंट टू एटलीस्ट 220 करोड़ पर्सनस डेज ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट टू 4.78 करोड़ हाउस होल्ड्स. तो इसमें जो SC/ST विमेन पर्सनस डेज का जो शेयर है वो 23% है फॉर SC, 17% फॉर ST and 53% for women. So average wage जो है अब increase हो गई है from 65 in 2006 and 7 to 132 in 2013 and 14. You can read it on in your book on page number is 39. So in this you can see you have to right to work. Is it clear? You have got right to work. This is our fundamental right, that government is supposed to provide employment to us. Is it clear? 100 days employment in a year for each family within 5 kilometers of your residence within 15 days from application on local development project. Okay, ये देखिए महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी एक्ट. You can see the logo over here. Is it clear? So this is मनरेगा. This is a targeted anti-poverty program. Is it clear? After that we'll come over National Food for Work program, which was launched in 2004. Is it clear? NFWP. Okay, National Food for Work program, NFWP. It was also launched in 2004. अब इसमें क्या हुआ था? In this I would like to tell you the National Food for Work program, it was launched Minister of Rural Development and Central Government on 14th November 2004. in 150 of the most backward districts of India. देखिए targeted है, targeted क्या है, specially 150 district जहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा जो है poverty थी. Is it clear? Why it was late? What was the main purpose? It was the objective of generating supplementary wage employment. Is it clear? It was a supplementary wage employment, and it is open to all rural people who are prepared to do manual unskilled labor. उनके लिए है ये. NFWP. You can see here NFWP program guidelines are here. Okay, effective from November 2014, and it was led by our Honorable Prime Minister Ms. Dr. Manmohan Singh. So these two are the anti-poverty targeted program which was led by the government. Rest I am going to discuss in my next lecture. So children, please go through the anti-poverty measures, and I would request you to find out more about it. There are many more schemes and targeted programs which has been laid by the government of our country in last few years. That's much enough. So first of the main topic which you are supposed to read it is about the Manrega and NFWP. This can come in your test also, in your exams also. So please children, go through it properly. You are supposed to write down, jot down the points about it, and be clear with your concepts now. That is enough for today. So we are going to discuss in the next lecture tomorrow in our online class about the various other more programs and the challenges still the government which is facing ahead.